Welcome, everyone. And welcome to the English version of Creating Your Life and Future Today, which was this beautiful conversation, or I would say whisper of possibility, a couple, maybe even a week ago, a week and a half ago. And then I invited Cesar, and then Cesar invited Fernanda and Milagros. And it became this incredible discussion of, wait, what is the youth, like the young adult, even teenagers, what is their experience right now during all this change on the planet? And what I discovered after listening to a radio station interview with high school students is that many people, as you know, are functioning from fear, upset, uncertainty, and yet people with the access tools have a whole different possibility and reality. So speaking to Cesar and Fernanda and Milagros, they each shared what they were experiencing and doing different having the access tools. So I'm Sylvia Puentes, I'm a certified facilitator, and I'm just happy to open up this platform and invite these three incredible young people to share what they're choosing that may be different than what you're seeing out in the world. If you're familiar with the Access Consciousness tools, you're probably using these tools, and you get to hear it from kind of a whole nother energy with Cesar, Fernanda, and Milagros. So would you guys like to introduce yourself and say a little something? And then anybody that has questions, please ask on the chat or just open up your mic.
Cesar, do you want to go first?
Sure. So yes, my name is Cesar, or Cesar for the United States. And yeah, I'm 19, and well, I don't know, what else would you like me to say, Sylvia?
Well, I know you've said a lot in Spanish. Would you add something in English? Like what are you choosing? Well, it's like if we look at, not even to give it too much attention, but right now out in the world, you know, people your age, you know, a lot of them were possibly going to college or possibly looking to start a job or things like that, that all of a sudden things are different. So what's it been like for you at 19 and what are you doing different?
Okay, well, there is this thing that I realized the other day, and is that I've been talking to a lot of people recently, people that are not in Access. And so you hear their point of view, you actually realize how they are struggling right now. And what I usually did, so we had a conversation, like a normal conversation. I just went to, oh yeah, it's so difficult, yeah, and the economy is going down and all that stuff. And one day I was just wondering, like, I was bored with the conversation, so I just started wondering, and I went to, what if I could invite these people, even if they don't have the same point of view that I have, to a different perspective about this. And I was talking to this guy, and he was saying like, oh yeah, and he owns like a little shop. He sells, I don't know, ice creams, I think. And he was saying like, oh man, I'm losing tons of money, and all this is just fucked up. And yeah, he was just angry at the situation. And I just went like, oh well, yeah, lots of people are losing lots of money, but have you seen the way nature is, like what's happening with the nature right now? And I told him like, well, you know, in Venice the canals are getting cleaner. Here also in Mexico there's not so much air pollution, also in China. And he went from this place of, oh fuck, I'm so fucked because I'm losing money, to this place of, wow, maybe it's not that bad. And yeah, that was like, just like, wow, I'm just gonna stop trying to create a conversation that might be like comfortable for them and for me, and I'm just gonna start inviting people to a different perspective, even if they don't want to. Like, hey, I'm not like, yeah, I'm not gonna buy anymore into that of, oh yeah, it's such a big problem, people are losing money, but I'm rather going to what is actually being created that is awesome.
I love that, Cesar. And I love, you know, the willingness to catch ourselves. Like you said, you caught yourself just going with that conversation, going with the flow. And how many of us, no matter what age we are, we have family and friends, you know, whole entire cities having a certain conversation, and the courage to be willing to invite people, like you said, to a different perspective or to a different question, like what does that change for them? Like, is he now maybe gonna notice more, oh, I do hear more birds. Oh, interesting. You know what I mean? But energetically, what is that inviting people to? So I love it. So that's a beautiful way that in everyday interactions, we can be something different, ask something different to create, yeah, a different future with that. All right. Thank you, Cesar. Fernanda, you want to go?
Fer, your mic is muted.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, now it's better. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, great. Okay, perfect. So I'm Fernanda. I'm 21. I'm from Mexico. And what I'm doing different is I chose not to go to university, and I chose to become a certified facilitator of Access Consciousness, which, if you don't know about Access, the thing is, it was not as, what was big for me was telling my dad I didn't want to study, and that because my dream was going to study in Germany, I got into university, I got everything I wanted, I had my boyfriend there, whatever. And then I realized that was not something that was making me happy, but I was making my parents happy and my family happy. And that was like fitting into the point of view that everyone has about being or going after going to college and start your business and whatever. And then I realized that was not something I wanted to do. So for me, taking that step and telling my dad that I didn't want to study right now, or like ever, was big for me. And it also made me realize that I'm not the only one that is capable of creating so much in so little time, because I got in like a month ago and I've been traveling, taking classes, starting to making my own money. And also I realized that there are so many possibilities available to us right now. And we as young people can do whatever we want if we truly believe that we don't have to depend on anyone, but everything we choose is up to us. So my invitation would be like to, even if right now with everything that is happening, to realize, like Cesar said, that there's another possibility. We don't have to say like, oh, we're fucked. But what we could say is, okay, this is happening. How can we use this in our favor? And what can we do to create something greater for us and to create a greater future for the planet also? I heard Gary is the founder of Access Consciousness, and I heard a call from him that was like made like 2 years ago, I think, from Leaders of the Future. And he talked about young people being aware of what was happening, like with the politics and air pollution, everything that's happening right now on the earth, and that we were willing to choose something different and to create a greater future, because we were like, we realized that there was another possibility. And that's also something that is, or that has been really present in my world right now. So that's it.
And I love that it's so interesting when you say, you know, I'm not going to study perhaps ever. And I get that, you know, what we choose in life always takes a different way. But how many new things have you done, Fernanda, in the last week, right? So that perhaps you're not studying the books in that particular college, but how much are you actually applying or actually seeking the information you need to move forward with something totally new? So, which is really, really awesome. So what else is possible?
I'm going to translate Milagros.
So just so everyone knows, this got created in Spanish and we chose to bring it out in English too. And we would love if you guys know other people, other young people that are interested in this conversation. You now have heard Cesar and Fernanda speak English. Milagros understands it and speaks it some. And yes, she understands it very well. And so now she may practice some English, but here we'll have it translated. So, bienvenida, Milagros.
Muchas gracias y gracias por la traducción, Fer. Entiendo muy bien, pero soy bastante mala hablando, entonces ya lo voy a trabajar.
¿Quieres que traduzca todo o...?
Sí.
Okay, so
Sí.
Thank you for the translation. I understand everything, but I need to practice more to like start speaking it. So
Soy Milagros, vivo en Argentina, tengo 24 años.
I'm Milagros. I live in Argentina and I'm 24 years old.
Y mi experiencia con todo esto es la amabilidad con nosotros mismos y con los demás, de estar presentes en este momento.
And my experience with this would be to be kind with us and to be present with whatever is going on right now with ourselves and at this moment.
Y también en esa presencia empezar a disfrutarnos y a ser realmente honestos con lo que nosotros queremos crear. No importa la edad que tengas, pero ¿qué querés crear?
And also in that presence would be to be kind with ourselves and be honest of what we want to create. Like, what is it that you want to create right now?
Entonces, para mí fue como mirarme en el espejo y decirme, bueno, me encanta estar en mi casa, pero ¿qué voy a crear hoy? ¿Y cómo voy a contribuir hoy al mundo con esto?
¿Puedes decirlo otra vez? Lo primero, porfa. Me distraje un
Que
segundo.
a mí me encanta estar en mi casa, pero fue mirarme en el espejo y ser realmente honesta con lo que yo quiero crear.
Okay, so I really like to be at home, but it was more like looking at myself in the mirror and be present with me and be like, okay, what is it that I want to create?
Entonces, los quiero invitar a todos ustedes a que no importan sus edades, sino que sean honestos y amables consigo mismos.
So I want to invite all of you to be kind with yourselves. Doesn't matter what age you are on or whatever is happening right now, just look at what works for you and start being kind to you.
¿Qué es lo que funciona
That's
para
my
ustedes más
invitation to
allá
you
de lo
guys.
que todo el mundo? ¿Qué es lo que funciona para todos ustedes sin importar lo que el resto del mundo les diga que tiene que funcionar para ustedes?
And also what works for you. Like, it doesn't matter what other people say to you, what works for you.
¿Y por qué no se animan a jugar un poco más?
And what don't you like? Let's play more. All of us, let's play more.
Sí, quedarnos en casa no tiene que ser aburrido y toda esta situación tampoco tiene por qué serla.
And staying home doesn't have to be bored, and this whole situation doesn't have to be either.
Así que gracias por permitirse algo diferente estando acá con todos nosotros.
So thank you for being something different and allowing ourselves to be different with you and be the invitation and being here with us.
I love it, Milagros. Thank you. I just love, because, you know, this is where like we each are such a gift. And to hear Cesar, Fernanda, and Milagros speak about like how they're seeing the world or the possibilities or the changes, it's like, thank you so much. I mean, I wish I could say I'm 29, maybe 33, but I'm a little older than that. But I'm just, I don't know, a catalyst for change, and a catalyst really where it's like, I love to bring people's voices out in the world. And this has been such a fun platform to see in a short amount of time, Fernanda take off and do things, Milagro as well, and Cesar, like, and I would love to hear from the people that are joining us on live right now. What are you guys choosing? What's different for you? Is there anything we can contribute to you? Do you know of more young people that might want to join? I don't know, I'd call it this movement, but Milagros, Fernanda, and Cesar have created I think it's a WhatsApp group with just young people. I'm not
It's
even
a Telegram group.
a Telegram group, and it's just young people. I was gonna say, I don't know what age that gets cut off, but I think I was cut off. No, just kidding. But this is really, you know, a place where you guys can chat and be there for each other, because there is something you guys know that's so different. And for us, it's also that play of where can we bring this possibility, these access consciousness tools to the world, to young people? Because you guys probably know a lot of older people that have the tools, do lots of videos, and we would actually love your energy and contribution on the planet. So anybody want to say anything? Griseli, you just got...
I'm laughing because of the group on Telegram. And I'm so grateful for this because, just getting, okay, this reality, because it's this reality. But what else is possible for us creating our own reality here? And we see everything. We are aware of everything, just as well as the insanity, just as well as the possibilities.
And
And it's just a joy.
And I love it. So I've met Griseli a couple times in person, and there's in this again, like we all be this different energy. And Griseli, you have such this joy that, you know, to have that out in the world during this time where, you know, we're grateful, like people like Dr. Dane, and he is this exuberance that, you know, the things he says and what he's willing to be, it's like, thank you. You know, if we're going to continue to create a greater world, I get joy is a big part of it. So yeah, what else is possible, Griseli? Like you say, it's like things are occurring and this change might be an opening for all of you to begin to contribute maybe in a different way and play in a different way. So thank you. Thank you for coming on. Lily, did you want to say anything?
Sure. So for me, in Utah, like of course, all the schools have been shut down, and it's just been really, really interesting to watch, kind of like what everyone's saying. The world goes into this panic and it's kind of just freaking out. And I'm just like, okay, like, sure, this is a thing. It's happening. Cool. It's great. It's honestly a really, really cool time because, like, I can't remember who said it, but someone was talking about the canals in Venice starting to get clear and the pollution in Mexico City getting clearer, and the same thing's happening in Salt Lake City, because Salt Lake City, we're in a valley. So like there are days where people with asthma or things like that, they have to cover up with a special mask because the pollution will get so dense because we won't get rain for a while. So it just builds and builds. And all of a sudden the skies are like bright, crisp blue. And you can see so far down the street, and it's just gorgeous. We had a foggy day yesterday, and that's usually when the pollution gets really bad, and it was just fog on the mountains, not even fog in the valley, and it was the coolest thing to watch. And I originally from Phoenix, and Phoenix has worse pollution, so I cannot imagine how beautiful it is down there right now. Like, it's been so cool to watch the gift that this is to the earth. And it's funny because Gary and Dane say that the earth can shake us like we're fleas, and I feel like this is almost the earth trying to shake us like we're fleas. We're going, I don't want to die in the next 20 years, so I'm choosing something different. Whether you guys want to join me or not is up to you. And I think that's just kind of a cool example of the fact that we can choose that too. Like, instead of trying to drag our friends along, go, hey, you can come with, but I'm choosing this.
And I love that. Thank you, Lily. And I have a question for you, something that I asked Fernanda, Milagros, and Cesar in our last Spanish Zoom. And it's like, you have the Access Consciousness tools. And so, right, we all know that when you have the tools, there's just something different available. If you didn't have the tools now, would you still be looking at things the same way, or do you think that you'd be different?
Not at all. Oh my God. Well, first off, if I was even alive, because it's funny, because my dad, as I was like literally 3 steps away from going to attempt suicide, my dad went, hey, I learned this cool new thing called the bars. You want to come try it? And I was like, no. It's like, come on, if anything, you'll just fall asleep and we get to hang out together. I'm like, fine. And then my life changed, and it was really, really cool. So
well, I'm just going to stop you, Lily, because you said that really quickly. I don't know if everybody really got that. So 3 days, I mean, because it's not in your world anymore, but how many people have that in their world? You said 3 days before you were going to commit suicide.
Not even 3 days, literally 3 steps. I was walking up my stairs.
Wow. So I'm just going to acknowledge that, because we hear so many different stories, and to see you now and perceive your energy, I think like, wow, how many other people are this gift on the planet that don't have the tools of not judging themselves or seeing possibilities in the face of where everything looks so shitty, right? To actually have the tools and the gift of Access Bars. For those of the young people that are watching, look up Access Bars or, you know, accessconsciousness.com and see what you can find there for yourselves. Because for me, it really is this target. Like, I desire every single person on the planet to know about Access Consciousness and the bars, and then you choose. If it's not for you, fine. But if it can contribute to someone like Lily, like 3 steps away from suicide, it's like, wow. So grateful for you sharing that. And it was kind of like, oh yeah. And yet this gift of you being on the planet now, like excited about, wow, what else is possible?
Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, I would have been, and if I didn't have the tools, I would be in complete panic, complete meltdown, going, how the hell do I function? Like, I can't even, like, I just perceive the energy, and I hope you can too. It's just this, like, I can't put it into words, but it's just a dark, the best thing I can describe it is like being alone in a dark room and curled up with no one around. It's like the isolation, and I would have been panicking because I would have gone, oh my God, I can't get it. Whereas now I'm like, I'm just going to choose not to get it. It's just a choice.
And I love it. And for those people watching this maybe later that you're not familiar with the tools, one of the very first tools that actually created a lot of change for myself, and I get many of you as well, is becoming aware that you're aware, that you actually perceive a lot of the energies that are around you in the world, and some more than others are that sensitive where if there's an energy of upset, anger, you know, that you're picking it up and you think it's yours. So the incredible tool of asking yourself, truth, who does this belong to, might give you a sense of space and, oh, it's not mine. And yet you're just really aware, and that doesn't go away. So the tools are really to have them in your everyday life, to constantly remind yourself that what you're perceiving might not be yours and that you can have more ease. So what is one of your favorite tools, Lily?
Right now, either interesting point of view, or I literally just bought Anne's clearing loop and I'm on the second loop because I just got off a call with Dane. He was like, buy this. And I went, okay. So, oh, and that in question. I mean, it's kind of hard to choose a favorite. It's like there's so many that have changed my life so dynamically. It's just all this magic.
I love it. Thank you, Lily. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And
You're
I'm so
welcome.
happy to hear about another part of the world, like you're talking about Salt Lake City and the change there. It's like, yeah, so many changes on the planet. So thank you. Anybody else, questions? Or if you're here for the first time, don't know about Access or would like a tool with something coming up for you, let us know. And then it's open as well, Fernanda, Milagros, or Cesar. You just got to open your mic. Go ahead, Fernanda.
Okay, great. Lily, thank you so much for that. You made me cry because I think I was maybe not 3 steps to do that, but I was going to do that. I like literally got my calendar out and I wrote like 6 months from now, I'm gonna kill myself if this shit doesn't change, because I hated my life so much that I was like, if it doesn't change, I'm gonna kill myself. And I literally took me 1 day to change everything and to be willing to do that, even though I already knew the access tools, because it's more like, I think I know the access tools, but I've never got to use them the way like it would help me out. I don't know even how to say, but thank you, really, thank you so much for sharing that, because I know there are a lot of young people that are feeling the same. And like Sylvia said, like sometimes it's so freaking overwhelming to feel so many stuff. And even though I already have the access tools and I take calls and I go to classes, sometimes it's like, fuck, what is this? What can I do with it? Like there are days like I want to kill myself. And I'm like, okay, this is not yours. Keep on asking questions. And always, I took a 14 days calls with Dane. I don't know if you guys took it. It was amazing. But in one call, he told everyone like, and the only thing I wanted to hear that day was that I was going to be okay, and that someone was there for me. And he said on the call, like, the universe has your back, and the universe and consciousness will always have your back. And that word for me was like, fuck, like, I don't even, if I have my back, like the universe and consciousness will always be having our backs. And that was so, like, I don't even have words for it, because that was something I really needed at the moment. And to be aware of that, I want to tell everyone like there's another possibility and that you can choose different and that you are not alone, because that's something that is happening to a lot of people. And I know a lot of my friends that are really unhappy, and I don't know, but thank you so much, guys, for being here. Really, thank you.
Thank you, Fer. And this is the part, like, you know, I had no idea what Fer was experiencing or living through. And this is where, like, you know, a lot of people, I just say people, don't always have someone to confide in or to ask questions with. And so the gift, and this is how it works, like Lily opened up and she kind of just quickly went through it, right? Because it's not in her universe anymore. And I just wanted to kind of stop that, and Fer, for you to share that. It's like that space of vulnerability to go, yeah, I have the tools and stuff still comes up. So having the Access Consciousness tools doesn't mean your life is perfect or that you're perfect or you have it all figured out, but it's an ongoing reminder that you're not alone and that you're not wrong and that you can ask another question and that you can choose something else. So you speaking of that, it's almost like it gives hope to someone else. So thank you for that. And this part of like, wow, you know, how many of you or how many people do you know that it's like that it's not even worth living anymore because everything's so shitty. But I'm wondering now with all these changes and, you know, those of you on live, it's like, what do you know? What can you choose? Like Cesar said, you know, having that conversation with someone where like, wait, maybe there's something I can invite them to. So what can and who can you invite to a different possibility, a different perspective? One, by just being you. Two, by maybe asking a question. Three, by you choosing what works for you. It's incredible who you inspire by that. So, and I love how Lily said, it's not about dragging anyone. It's like, hey, this is something else available. You want to come? Great. If not, I'm going to keep going. So I love that. So how does it get any better? So thank you. And Lorena, you opened your camera. Do you want to share anything?
Yeah, so actually like 2 years ago or something, I was having this conversation with a teacher. Now I'm in the last year of high school, but I mean, we are not going to school anymore. And I was having this conversation of, I have no idea if I'm gonna survive till my last year of high school. Like, I may just kill myself until then. And I was having this big thing of, I'll die until I'll get to be in the last grade of high school. And now I'm looking at my life right now and I'm like, wow, this is something totally different. I have never imagined 2 years ago that now this would happen in the world, like all this corona, but also my life going to be like this. I'm a CF now. I'm doing a lot of classes all over the world, and I just couldn't imagine this.
Yes. and what else can you not imagine that if you just keep choosing?
Yeah.
That kind of makes living exciting, right? Like that sense of like, wow, what else is possible I've never considered? Rather than just looking at what seems like is it, right? So,
Yeah.
wow. So congratulations. And I love it because even in your name, you got CF. That is, you really acknowledge how different you be, whether you know the Access Consciousness tools or not. And if you do, and you know, you've chosen to be a BARS facilitator, a certified facilitator, whatever it is, like what can you acknowledge about you and the choices that you're making that has this planet and world be different? Like, and can be something as simple like, you know, you're enjoying and being grateful for the planet. I think sometimes it's some of those simple actions that we disregard contribute so much. So what is the gift of you that you haven't acknowledged? That if you acknowledge would create a greater future for you and everyone else. So anything that doesn't allow all of you to acknowledge at least one thing in these 10 seconds, well, you're just trying to create all that. Right, wrong, good, bad, pun, puck, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Yes, Fer, Go for it.
Thank you. I want to say that Lorena is such an invitation to like realize that what we are capable of and what she's like, I couldn't even imagine what my life is looking like right now, but like, fuck, we can all do that. Like, don't judge you if you're not there. Just start to realize that you are so freaking potent and you are here today. And Gary said in one call, like, I know you can choose something different and I know you can do something different for your future just because you're here, just because you're choosing to be here. And that's it, guys. Like, we don't need to make a big choice to change your life. The little choices can change everything. And please start being grateful for what you already are and for what you are already creating, because that's key to keep on creating and to keep on realizing what you are already doing for you. So thank you so much.
I love it. The platform's open. Anybody else that wants to come on and add to that? So, go ahead.
I would like to share the ease of consciousness, ease of life. When Fernanda said consciousness is here for us, we are not alone. Yes, and I'm just finding out, I'm just looking at this, and they are really here. And they always say, "We are here for you, no matter what you choose. We have your back." And this is so good. And if we are able to hear them, they just show us, hey, this is what is possible for you too. And I'm so grateful for them too.
How does it get any
And
better?
for you guys.
Yeah. Griseli, are
Thank
you
you.
doing any SOP sessions online?
What?
Are you doing any SOP sessions online?
No, I haven't done SOP yet.
Oh, you haven't? Where did
Only
it?
ESP.
Ah, that's where I saw you last. Let's get you in an SOP. What would it take? Yes. I saw you working on someone at the ESP class. That's why I asked. I was like,
Yes, I do some stuff.
okay. You know, that might actually be something, if it interested you guys, you're all, I know, creating different things, choosing different things, like where can you also contribute to each other? And I think, you know, Fer, you were, you know, noticing how can you contribute to Lorena's CF class or foundation class, I think it was, but how can you guys contribute to each other and use us as well? Like I say, use me in the sense that, you know, as a facilitator, an older facilitator, like where can you ask people to, hey, would you contribute to me promoting my class? Or do you know anyone that's interested? Because I know when I go to an Access class and there's young people, especially like those like 7 years old and 5-year-olds, and they're running bars, I'm like, I'd like a bar session, you know? And so as you guys are creating, like, what can we contribute to you? And I say we, because I do know there's a lot of other facilitators that would love to contribute to what you guys are creating. So, you know, if you choose to join the Telegram group with, you know, the group that started it, let us know. Let me know. It's like, Sylvia, there's a couple things going on. Like, what can we use right now, social media or our personal contacts to get the word out? Because you all have such a different energy and a way of expressing the Access Consciousness tools that invites different people. And for me, what would it take to invite all the young people that no matter what's showing up at home, at school, in their community, on the planet, they can choose something different and actually become aware that there is a different possibility. So use me. Yes, who else would like to add anything? Yes, Milagros.
Yo te quiero agradecer, Silvia, por este espacio donde todos podemos mostrarnos.
I really want to thank you, Silvia, for this space where we can all show ourselves.
Y toda esta intensidad que percibimos todos todo el tiempo, que tomaría que podamos ponerla en el mundo de manera creativa.
And all this intensity we perceive all the time, what would it take for us to like put it out into the world in a creative way, or like be creativity with that, choose something different?
Y que esa creatividad sea lo que invite a todos a elegir algo diferente, a elegirse a sí mismos principalmente.
And that creativity would invite everyone else to choose themselves and to choose something different.
Y lo importante que es respaldarnos entre nosotros, que somos los que estamos eligiendo algo diferente.
And the most important thing, like, have each other's backs, because we are choosing something different. So let's have each other's backs right now.
Así que gracias a todos y a todas por mostrarse hoy.
So thank you everyone for being here, for showing you and like being here.
And I want to say, Milagros, it's so interesting. And this is, I'm speaking to Milagros and also to all of you, but as you speak, Milagros, I can perceive what you're asking for on the planet. And you, on the very first call, said you're inviting us all to that kindness. And when you speak, that energy is, it's between all the words and all the letters. So it, I just want to thank you for that. So.
Es un placer.
It's a pleasure.
Really, I don't know if you guys know, but I'm going to share a little about something about myself because I do like to speak about myself. Just kidding. But this is, I don't know how many of you know, but I actually taught kindergarten and, you know, third grade. So I was and I was also one of the teachers in the Access Possibilities School when it opened up. There's new conversations about how that can look different to bring it out in the world. We had the Access Possibilities School open for a year. And then, you know, it just wasn't sustainable the way it was running at the time. So we're wondering what's available different now and what we could create online. So whatever you guys energetically can contribute, we'll let you know if something opens up and ask for your specific contribution. But this, for me, this part of contributing to people having their voice in the world and a platform, I'm so grateful. So what else can I contribute to you? We're looking to do more Zooms. We're going to do another one in Spanish. If you know more people that are interested in having one in English, let us know. We'll run more in English. And, you know, Lorena, if you're going to have a Zoom or anything where you're facilitating tools, like invite us. Like, where can we share that as well so more people can come on? And it'll be interesting to see people who watch this recording, who they might know, how can they help all of us get this voice out from the youth into the world about possibilities and during these times that are so unpredictable, where you can still have choice and create. And out of our Spanish one, there was a lady that contacted us, and so now there's videos going on a TV thread, internet TV thread with tools. And they've been invited now, Fernanda, Milagros, and Cesar, to write articles for a magazine. So I wonder what other platforms are out in the world that are seeking to have this fresh voice from all of you. So let's keep asking where, who, what else is possible for all of you to have your perspectives, the possibility you see out in the world. So thank you all for coming on. And if there's anything else, you still have the space to speak. And if we're done for now, we'll see what else we'd like to create.
I do want to say something else. I want to thank you guys again for being here, because for me, like my whole life being in high school, it was always like, I'm the one that cannot fit in. I'm the one that it's weird. I'm the one that it's like the black sheep, so to say. But I realized that, what if that's my gift? What if the difference that we are, it's the gift that we are? And what if the fact that we're willing to step out and to choose something different, it's the invitation to everyone else to see that, fuck, something else is possible. Like, there's so many possibilities available to us. And always remember, like, you're not alone. You're never alone, and you're never wrong. So stop judging, because your judgments are never yours, and you're the only one that can truly, like, if you're in gratitude for you, you can choose and do whatever you want. And like, for everything, just be aware of that and be aware of the potency that you are and the gift, because all of you are a gift. Like truly, I don't know, like this one was amazing. The one in Spanish was also amazing, but this was like for me was just thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you, Sylvia. Thank you.
You are so, so welcome. And Cesar, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Yes, I would like to finish with this. Well, I'm using Simone's phrase that the one of now more than ever, because my sense is that now more than ever is the time to be creative. Because is everything. I have the sense that right now, like society and institutions are now melting, and they're going to this crisis. But what if now is a time when a new space is created for something new to exist? And yeah, that's kind of like the sense that I have, that what if now is the time to start having something different and something that we can actually enjoy. And yeah, it's like, how could we use all this drama and crisis and melting to our favor to create? There's this thing that Shannon was saying, that yeah, what if we can use this to create a world where consciousness is the dominant force and not drama. And that's something that I would like to have.
I'm in. Yeah. More of that. And I love it. Yes. Lorena, did you have one other thing? I just kind of. I'm so grateful. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Yes, please, Lily says. And what else is possible? So we will be creating more. And I think Fer might close it up and finish up this. Yeah, go Fer.
I just wanted to ask you guys if you have like your phone numbers. If you have Sylvia on Facebook, like give her your phone number so we can add you to the group, and then we can do another Zoom and start on creating things. And even if you don't want to like create something, we can just talk and be there for each other and
Would you guys
pop questions and so on.
I love it because there's a Telegram group. What do you guys get if we created a group, a Facebook group? We can have it a Facebook closed group and just, I mean, you guys can come up with the title if you want. And that way you can invite more young people to that group and then invite them to the Telegram as well. And you can even choose if you'd like to have a Spanish Telegram and an English one. But I wonder where this can become a presence in the world, going youth for consciousness, or I don't know, however you want to call it, you know.
No, let's do it. I got the same, like, let's grow and let's start inviting more people so that this gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Because it's not like the showing like just ourselves, like we are the young conscious people, like inviting those who feel like we felt before, to let them know that there is something different and something else possible for them and they're not alone. So let's do it.
All right. And then if you guys have a topic you'd want to cover in a different Zoom and invite more young people, we can even do it on a specific topic. And we can start sharing these tools with more young people that maybe have never heard of Access or find themselves in challenging times. So awesome. So pass me, I know some of you, pass me your information. If you are in the BWS weird, no, be weird, be in those 4 letters. I know you passed it to me, Grisela, you were so kind. And here, let me find it. BWSW, BDSW. If you're in that group, Connor also has my contact, so you can always contact Connor. And where can we invite more young people? So if you join the Telegram group as well, then we can continue to have these conversations. So thank you all for coming on. This replay will go out on both all 3 of their YouTubes and including mine. So you will be able to share it with more people. We'll post it around Facebook. So if you have other young people that may be curious and desire more information, we'll have more. All right. Thank you, everyone. Yay. How does it get any better?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yay.
I've asked you to this space of total ease, total joy, and fun, really fun, because I was looking at all this reality and all the drama and trauma, and I was looking for the fun. And I found those things of light consciousness, everybody that was supporting me, and how, whoa, lots of people, including you all. I'm so grateful for you, and it is a gift to have you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sylvia.
All right, everyone. Until next time. Thank you.
Bye.